Hi, everyone. Welcome to Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. We are going to do another deep dive. Welcome. Today, I wanted to take a look at, and this is from the family, a family request here to kind of take an even closer look, because if you've been following me and watching any of the deep dives, we keep getting something around that third week, uh, you know, second, third weekish. Uh, in March, and that puts us around um, the Ides of March, March 14th. And also, I believe that March 14th is a lunar eclipse as well. So there's a lot of energy happening around that time. But we kept getting interesting, like something's happening on that during that time. So I thought we'd take a closer look there. Just right at that March 14th, 15th, that third weekish. Um, and let's take a look. Okay, so I am being shown like the Five of Wands card, which is still a lot of like chaos. And my spirit team is kind of reminding me that this month is a lot of that. This month is a lot of Five of Wands. And a lot of movement for you personally, um, as well as globally. There's just a lot of energy movement. Um, and really important to be aware of what to believe. So it's important to go with your gut, um, go with your intuition, whatever you want to call that. If you are receiving information, make sure you check that, especially if it's mainstream media. Mm. Um, there's plenty of other. We have Under the Desk News. We have Aaron Harness. We have several uh, reliable uh, news sources coming in that are not part of mainstream media. We have Midas Touch. Okay, so let's see. What else are they saying? They also that arena of kind of being in that Five of Wands and how to navigate that and so forth. Um, it's important that you remember you have a choice, and as you stand in your power, um, you have a choice of how to respond. Of course, we're going to react to things. It's going to, like that fire in our belly to do something, which is all perfect. That's all okay. But the power that you remain in, the power of free will, is that you have the power of how you're going to respond. They're offering to really move like water right now, especially right now. And just be aware, know what to believe. You have one, you have the administration who's trying to create chaos and fear, and you have another part of the the blue government, the blue side, um, feeling like, okay, there's only a few people really standing up for us. Where's everybody else? So, um, wondering about all that, and going down rabbit holes with that. So just beware of where you're placing your energy, where you're placing things as being true. Just make sure that you're not falling into some of these things. Some of the lies, a lot of lies, a lot of lies come in, and I'm wondering if it has to do with whatever takes place around that. And if you research the Ides of March, isn't that like uh, some revolution energy there? Okay, I'm gonna throw cards on it, and I have a new deck, not a new deck, but I'm gonna use a different deck than I normally do. I was told before coming on to get this deck out and use it, so we are, and, should be interesting. So hold on, let me throw some cards on the March 14th, 15th arena. Hold on. Okay, so I did a layer here to kinda get us the entire, news. Um, I was kinda having a little discussion with my spirit team because it's like, we just kinda wanna be prepared and kinda know what's actually gonna happen on that day or around that time period. And I was reminded that sometimes we only get in part so we can be prepared and if we're listening and like that. And so just so when whatever is going to take place that we are somewhat prepared. All right. Um, so that was I want, I want a clear vision, right? All right. Sometimes we're just not supposed to know. We're supposed to experience, and it's part of what we're here. All right. So let's take a look. So the theme of this whole thing is just the world in reverse. Here you have the world in reverse, the world card in reverse. I know that light is pretty bright. There we go. That's better. Um, the world in reverse. So that's just really bringing in that. Um, I I think even though the world in reverse has lots of meanings, you know, where it's uh, we're still in seeking mode. You're still seeking. It's very empty, incompletion, all the things. Because this, if it was upright, it's like at the end of something. You've completed that round, uh, and you're moving forward, and it's good. But we have basically the world is upside down, and that's what I felt when I saw it. Even though it has lots of other meanings. And I have the dust. It's just like things are unclear. It's just, and it's negative. It's not a good, it's not great. So that's the theme. Things are just not, we're so out of balance right now. Uh, the planet's off balance because of what we've done, and or just because the planet is just off balance. Humanity is off balance. We have such a polarity, and where people aren't living in a space of empathy and love towards each other. And so that's off balance. And so there's a lot of imbalance. And so this is kind of where it sticks us. And this is the theme coming in for that March, that middle of March time, that 15th, 14th, 15th. Um, okay. So that's kind of the theme. We're also looking at where we have chaos and you're like, this is good news. We're just talking about the Ides of March, right? We're talking about that time period. What is happening? We keep getting something wonky going on at that time. So again, a little chaos. We are living in the chaos. So don't think that it's going to get, you know what I mean? We are, it's already chaos, but it is showing chaos here. And you have the Two of Swords in reverse as well. And the Two of Swords in reverse is just bringing in a lot of confusion and chaos. But within that, um, there's something revealed. When you have that Two of Swords in reverse, there's some truth that out of the chaos, truth comes forward, okay? And there's some enlightenment that comes in, okay? We also have the Ace of Wands here, the graveyard, and the word soon. So put it over here. I think you can see them better. So and this Ace of Wands is called the Roots of Fire, the Ace of Wands. So there's something new coming in. There's some there's fresh inspiration because of something, and then you have that graveyard. And that reminds me of the Judgment card, where like a resurrection type thing. Something is coming up, um, like, and soon. So this 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 turns into like the roots of fire, this resurrection of something, this inspiration, something new coming in, being expressed. You have that graveyard coming in here. There's also things that were buried that it's the whole thing. And I'm going to pause here for a second with this, because if you've been with me for a while, we've been talking about this since 2017, that we were moving into an era of things being bubbled up to the surface. And we've been talking about it ever since and seeing it happening. We're seeing all the yucky being bubbled up because it's created such an imbalance and it needs to be balanced out. So we're going to see some more of that. And yeah. And then we are back to the world upside down. That was the theme card. And then we move into, okay, we will, the devil card in reverse. So here it is upright. So I'm going to hold it for a second because you can see, and you see 45 in this. Can you guys see him? Shaking hands with, and this is why my spirit team probably told me to use this deck. I always see this devil card as 45, or POTUS, or whatever he is. Mr. Trump. You see him shaking hands with Klan? See that? You see all that happening down here with people in turmoil. You see that shark with the money piece in his mouth? Dissolved empire undertaking. So a new order of the ages is coming forth. And you have this card coming in reverse, which tells me he's lost control. He's lost control. And here you are. He's trying to claw and hang on. The patriarchy is trying to hang on, clawing to hold on, but that loss of control there, it's going to be becoming evident at that point, right? You have, and then you have kind of on the other end of this, you have the Eight of Swords coming in. And it's like these restrictions that have been put in place, and you have the money sign and the repairman coming in. So we have to then start looking at and combating these restrictions. It also shows that I also heard with this that he's if we are looking at POTUS and the fall of POTUS, where he's at this time he's looking very weak. This also could be that, trying to repair, because he looks very weak. So that could be that as well. All right. I did look specifically because I knew you'd want to know. So first, I said, what are we feeling like at this time, or after this takes place towards the end? And I got the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So that's feeling pretty good. Lots of emotion coming together and taking action. So that's what we are feeling like. What is 45 feeling? What's happening with 45? He's looking like an immature dictator. So you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, where he's kind of stopped, and that immature choices, but kind of paused. He's looking very paused. And this kind of goes on again. You have the Hangman and the Eight of Swords coming in. And again, with that Eight of Swords in the same position. And that's that feeling very weak, restricted, and stuck. The Hangman. So that's 45, or whatever. I'm so used to calling him that. You know who I'm talking about. All right. Again, during this time period, as we move through it, as I'm looking at all these cards, we kind of have we just went through boot camp. So January and February, we've had some boot camp, and so we are prepared for the energy moving forward. There's going to be more of it. Spirit is asking you to be more intentional about taking care of yourself and your energy, and remember that it's okay to react, but then step back and respond because you're in that place now. And trust your intuition. Trust your intuition on things and news that comes in, because there's going to be a lot more lying, a lot more smoke and mirrors. Is what I just heard. So that was a deep dive on that 14th and 15th, the middle part of March. So blessings to you, and please take care, love one another, help where you can, love your neighbor, come from your heart space. And again, coming from your heart space doesn't always look like a hug, right? All right. But hugging you all and grateful for this community. Talk to you next time.